Hey, I'm working on this Robin Ranger guitar, cleaning up the electronics. It had some broken wires and now things have to be cleaned up. Check out this metal spaghetti going on here. So yeah, helps that I have this magnifying glass so I can see things clearer. Metal spaghetti.
Visit fairviewartscouncil.org to join our organization. If you click on My FAC, you can register or log in, and with that account you get a profile, you can make friends, join the conversation, get notifications, access to groups where you can join or start a group around your interests and organize with others in your area. You also get a directory listing where you can put links and information about who you are and what you do so that others can find you, hire you, or buy your work. You can shop to show your Fairview pride or support what we are doing to connect people together and raise the visibility of the arts. Our membership for creative individuals is free, and we are completely funded by your generous donations. There, done. Hey everyone.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Michelle Murakami. I'm an artist.
I'm Karen Fox. I'm a photographer.
I am Cheryl Speed, a member of the Fairview Arts Council.
It is really important that you surround yourself with the kind of people that help you believe that you can do things.
My name is Aaron Graham, and I make art inspired by drawings I made when I was a kid.
Hi, my name is Jackie Nickler, and we're here in beautiful Cooley.
A town that reinvests in the arts is a town that is fully alive.
Fairview Arts Council at this very unique time. I've chosen to be outside on this beautiful Tennessee day. My name is Lee Crow, and I am with Crossroads Academy of the Arts.
I think we're all looking for a place to go. We're all looking for an outlet.
Hi, my name is Sabrina Edwards, and I'm with my husband Sid. We make stained glass.
Stop worrying about what isn't and start changing what is. Go ahead.
I'm Susan Gully, and I've been in Fairview for close to 33 years now.
Hi. It's John and Lauren D'Amato. We have D'Amato Music School and Fairview Guitar.
Immediately jumped in because I needed to connect with artists. I was here by myself, no family, not knowing anybody, and that was the first thing that really was I got involved in when I got here to Fairview, and it's been really nice being a part of it and growing along with the organization. It's been an opportunity to make new friends and connect with other artists and of different types, everything from painters and people that draw and musicians and theater groups and everything. So that's made it a really nice combination and worthwhile being here in Fairview, that's for sure.
We're growing, we're changing, because we are trying to do something good. We are trying to create a community where people help each other and collaborate and teach and inspire and grow. We are trying to bring creative people together and raise the visibility of the arts.
Orange Crush 20 combo. It's got this speaker thing in here, an 8-inch speaker, so you can hear it. You can plug your guitar in there from here. You've got 2 channels. clean and dirty. Clean, dirty. Yeah, you got treble, middle, bass, gain. Plug your headphones in here. Yeah!
Visit fairviewartscouncil.org to join our organization. If you click on MyFAC, you can register or log in, and with that account you get a profile, you can make friends, join the conversation, get notifications, access to groups where you can join or start a group around your interests and organize with others in your area. You also get a directory listing where you can put links and information about who you are and what you do so that others can find you, hire you, or buy your work. You can shop to show your Fairview pride or support what we are doing to connect people together and raise the visibility of the arts. Our membership for creative individuals is free, and we are completely funded by your generous donations.
What does the Arts Council mean to me? We get to be a part of a community that loves art. The scope of art that is available within the Fairview community and the surrounding area is just amazing.
And I think the Arts Council is serving as a hub for anybody who's creative or anybody who doesn't see themselves as creative but wants to be around that sort of mindset.
When the idea of the Arts Council first took hold, there were only a few of us getting to know each other while doing something ambitious that took us out of our comfort zones. But we stuck it out. We built trust quickly because we soon figured out we all wanted the same things.
Well, when I found out that it was being put together, the Arts Council, I immediately jumped in because I needed to connect with artists. I was here by myself, no family, not knowing anybody, and that was the first thing that really I got involved in when I got here to Fairview, and it's been really nice being a part of it and growing along with the organization. It's been an opportunity to make new friends and connect with other artists and of different types, everything from painters and people that draw and musicians and theater groups and everything. So that's made it a really nice combination and worthwhile being here in Fairview, that's for sure.
The people that I've met since joining have really influenced me in many ways. Learning about new types of art and just knowing that there are people in my community that are like-minded and want to see our community grow in the arts. It's fulfilling in many ways.
We have blacksmiths, we have traditional crafts, we have songwriters, we have singers, we have theater performers, we have visual arts in all different forms. We have writers that cover most any type of genre that you can think of. Artists in just about any media you can think of on visual arts, whether it be oils or acrylics or watercolors, and helping to expose those artists within our community, and the community to see these artists and enable these artists to grow and possibly turn their art form into a business is something that I think the Arts Council will be able to do a great job at.
Since getting involved with the Fairview Arts Council, I've really enjoyed the First Friday events that they put on. I've really enjoyed the Saturday morning conversations that we've had, whether they've been in person at Harvest or online on Zoom, or any time that we have get together. I always come out of it really happy that I was able to talk to people and really feeling like I learned something and was just able to talk and just be myself. And everybody that I've met through the council has been very gracious and friendly and willing to share information and perspectives, and it's just been a really enriching relationship I've had with them.
It was never about art or crafts or music or poetry or story. It was always about a community that celebrates and supports individual creativity that brings people together and makes the world a better and more beautiful and caring place. In a really short period of time, we've grown from a handful just learning to trust each other to hundreds of friends who share this vision of a local community reaching for its best. We have given you opportunities to learn something new, to share your unique talents and perspectives, to network and grow and thrive. And all we have asked is that you believe in yourself and the potential we have together.
Music and art can lift the spirits of people, and especially in days that we've been through. 2020 has been so challenging in many different ways, and having those things that lift your spirit is incredibly important to keep going, you know, to say, I can do this, I can get through this, we can get through this, and we will.
It's helped me find a calm. It's helped me find a peace. If there's a tranquil area in this world right now, we all need to find that place.
I'm going to be really honest, I don't like asking for money. It is so much more fun to try to figure out ways to put things into the community that don't cost anything at all. But right now we are at a crossroads because we want to give more and make sure that what we have stays accessible for everyone. We are ready to take the next steps as an organization, and to do that we have to be able to pay our bills in a time when the activities that we can provide are unpredictable. I'm only going to create this opportunity one time this year, and what we offer will be dependent on your response. This Arts Council has to reflect the level of interest and commitment the community has in seeing it succeed. And every dollar that gets committed to this cause is an investment in that. You can decide whether you are ready to help us take this whole thing to the next level. Either way, we are grateful for all of you. Of Fairview and its neighboring communities, it's because of you that we have come this far, and we see a bright future ahead.
Hey, I'm working on this Robin Ranger guitar, cleaning up the electronics. It had some broken wires, and now things have to be cleaned up. Check out this metal spaghetti going on here. So yeah, helps that I have this magnifying glass so I can see things clearer. Metal spaghetti.
Visit fairviewartscouncil.org to join our organization. If you click on MyFAC, you can register or log in, and with that account you get a profile, you can make friends, join the conversation, get notifications, access to groups where you can join or start a group around your interests and organize with others in your area. You also get a directory listing where you can put links and information about who you are and what you do so that others can find you, hire you, or buy your work. You can shop to show your Fairview pride or support what we are doing to connect people together and raise the visibility of the arts. Our membership for creative individuals is free, and we are completely funded by your generous donations.
We've got, of course, anything from sports cards to sports memorabilia. We've got Pokemon. We've got a lot of Pokemon products here, a lot of options for everyone here. We've got Yu-Gi-Oh!, Digimon. We've got Magic the Gathering. We've got a lot of decks that have just come in. We've got comic books here. We've got hobby boxes. We've got wax. We've got a lot of Star Wars toys. A lot of Pokemon. We do have some MetaZoo still available. We just got in the spell books. I've still got a release deck and several packs here and some blister packs. Barbies. I've got a new toy order that just came in that I'm going to be putting up on the shelves for boys and girls both. So yeah, we've got plenty of room to sit down. Of course, I'm going to be clearing off these tables. Feel free to come in, look at comics, sort through some cards. Just have some fun in here. Hope to see you soon.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Oh, wait, no, it's afternoon. Let's
It is
start that
afternoon.
over. Totally start that over. Why don't you start that over?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm Jill Turpin, which you probably know, and this is Sarah Jenkins, who you probably already know as well. We are trying to do this live stream, a slightly better version of it than we did last week. We fixed some of our problems. We're going to keep improving on it. But one of the things that we're doing this week that we did not do last week, and I want to talk about it first, is we are also streaming to YouTube. So right now, if you would rather be on YouTube, switch over to YouTube. You can have conversations with us there as well. And before this live stream's over, don't forget to go to YouTube. We'll put the link in the stream. Can someone put the link in the stream? I think I've got it here somewhere. There it is. And go ahead and subscribe and click the notification bell because we're going to be doing more of these live streams. It's a lot of fun. We're really enjoying it. It's a great way for us to talk to our community and feature the people that we have here locally. So we want you to hit that notification bell so that you get notified whenever we go live. Getting a signal from my producer over here. John Turpin is producing this, and it is phenomenal. He's doing a great job. What I want to do this morning...
Afternoon.
What I want to do this afternoon is just start for a few minutes talking about what we're doing here at the Arts Council, why we're doing it, and engage with the people that are here. So if you are watching us on YouTube or on Facebook, I have got both of those pulled up right here. Do me a favor and say hello so that I know you're there. And if you have any questions, just put them in the chat and we'll try to watch for that in the next few minutes. So I sort of introduced Sarah. I didn't introduce her very well. Why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Sarah Jenkins. I'm a local author in the area. I'm currently leading a group here at the Fairview Arts Council, the app group, which we'll be talking about later on today. And I am currently hosting a web series called Coffee and Words, which we will also be talking about later on today.
Awesome. So Sarah is also on the board of the Arts Council in 2022, and she is kind of becoming a bit of a co-conspirator. We're stirring some things up. We've got some ideas and some plans. But one of the reasons that I wanted to start just by talking about the Arts Council is that we had a board meeting, our last board meeting of the year, last week. Was it last week? I don't know if it's morning or afternoon. I don't know if it's this week or last week.
It was probably in the morning.
At some point, we had a board meeting recently. And one of the things that I asked was, I asked everybody there, including some people who haven't been very involved, like, what are our wins this year? What do we get right? And I expected them to come out with a few things because our activities are still pretty low. We came out of the pandemic slowly. We're slowly getting back into doing things. And, you know, I didn't expect the list to go on and on and on. And they just kept coming up with things that we as a group are proud of. You know, from the mural, which happened the year before, to our expo that went really well. We just pulled off a really neat library calendar, a cooperation with a fellow organization. We've strengthened all of our relationships. We've grown our community. But in the end, Michelle says she has learned a lot. In the end, oftentimes we still struggle to communicate what it is we're doing and why. And so I want to just take a little bit of a time to talk about that. The purpose of this organization, to me, is easy to show the results of, but very hard to explain. What we're trying to accomplish is we're trying to connect creative people together. And we're trying to raise the visibility of the creative community, of the individuals, the organizations, the businesses here. And that helps us make more connections. So for what is what people often ask, right? That's the next question. And the answer is this, okay? So we met in a writing group, right?
Yes, we did.
Sarah is an author and is publishing your second book.
It's coming out. It's
Coming
still
out.
with the editors right now. So.
Gotcha. All right. So getting ready to publish your second book. I am not that accomplished as a writer, but we did meet in a writing group. It was a lot of fun. And when you begin to make those kinds of connections, you stir things up that you wouldn't normally have. You can create opportunities in the community for people to work together. You can create opportunities for people to make things happen that they wouldn't normally make happen. You have a lot of experience with that in creative communities.
Absolutely, yes. I've worked with a theater program, community theater program, and yeah, just a lot of different community creative arts aspects.
Yeah, so one of the things that we are doing is this acting group, and we'll be talking about that a little bit later. But I wanted to give a couple of examples from the things that have happened over the last couple of years. And it isn't something that the Arts Council is doing. It is something that happens because we're here. And it's hard to measure, it's hard to explain, but it's really important. So one of the things that we've done, and I've talked about this a little before, but we have a group of artists that met through the Arts Council, and all of us do prints. And to get your prints made and then turn around and sell them is very expensive. So we have this group of artists who went in together to buy a much more expensive printer, share that printer, drop the cost for everybody. And it's an example of the sort of cooperative activities where people can help each other. Another example is we have a business next door. We have two businesses next door. Both of them wanted to get started at the same time, but the cost of starting is pretty high. And what they've done in sharing the space is they've dropped their cost. They've also been able to help each other, because when it's just you in a small business, it's very hard to get started. So these are the kinds of things that begin to get stirred up. Some of the events that we have done have come as suggestions from our creative community. And we are looking for more feedback, more input from you. What is it you want to see happen in your community? And how can we as an organization help facilitate the environment that makes those things possible? Okay. I'm trying to also read chat. I'm not very good at this live. I'm not very good at this pre-recorded.
You're doing great.
Thank you. I want you to talk a little bit more. So.
Oh my! And then everyone leaves the chat. No.
No. So in the chat right now, who do we have? We've got Cheryl and Cheryl. We have Michelle and Kevin. Who else do we have? We have Brett.
Hello to everyone.
Hello to everyone. You take it for a moment. Go ahead.
What can we do? What can we do? What are some ideas, some things that you guys would like to see us do here, offer, things that we can do to reach out into the community, to engage you more with the Arts Council? Just give us some comments. Tell us what you would like to see from Fairview Arts Council.
So one of the things that, we talk about a lot, and we just had a conversation this morning with several of us, we talk a lot about the relationships. We talk a lot about being willing to be generous with your time and energy a little bit, being willing to look around for ways that you can help others. It's a hard sell, and often there's a trust barrier to that. You and I have talked about that a lot, where it makes you feel vulnerable when you get into relationships with people. It makes you feel vulnerable when you walk into an organization or you walk into a group and you're not sure what's expected, and you're not sure what it's going to cost you, and you're not sure whether or not these are people that you can trust. And everyone that has come through the door, there's usually stages. So they usually start they start on the outside, right? And they look and say, I can't figure out what's going on here and whether or not it is something that could involve me, right?
Right.
And then they begin to be interested because hopefully they can see that those of us who are involved, we're working very hard, not just to figure out what will help us. We're working very hard to figure out what will help our community and what will help each other.
What's going to enrich us?
Yes.
As a community, and we all have something to share.
Yes.
With each other, and
Yeah.
there's nothing too small or too minute. Everyone has something to share, and that's going to build us up and make us better.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you begin to create these sort of like synergistic relationships with people. You begin to realize that alone it's very hard to do things, but if you can get other people to buy into your ideas, if you can get other people to go alongside you and help you, it makes a huge difference.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I told a story, I've told this story many times. It's not my story, it's an old story. A couple of years ago, the story of stone soup. You know, you have this man that walks into a village and he has nothing. He goes from house to house and he asks the people if he could have some food. And of course, they don't have any food. They all turn him away. So he goes to the river and he pulls out a stone, brings it back into the center of town, gets this pot, fills it with water, and with great ceremony puts the stone into the pot and begins stirring it. Well, all the people that turned him away start to see that he's doing a thing, and they come out to look. And he starts talking about how amazing this soup will be when it's done. This is an old family recipe of this magic stone soup. But it would be a little bit better if he just had a bit of onion. And so the people say, well, I have a little bit of that. And they go get their little scrap of onion and they throw it in. And then someone has a little bit of celery and someone has a bit of potato. And little by little by little, everybody brings a little bit of what they have. They put it in the pot. They stir it up. And at the end of the day, everybody has enough. I told this story February of 2020, right before we got shut down. And it really is not a great business model for an organization, but it is the motivation that we approach everything that we do. Everything we do has stone soup in it. Everything we do is, what can I bring? What can you bring? How can we make something together that adds value to both of us, that feeds both of us, that helps both of us and the community around us? And so that's something that we're trying to figure out how to get better at explaining. And it's I don't know, it's difficult to communicate.
It is, and there's a lot of fear involved, I think, and we don't feel like we have something to offer or something to give that's maybe on the level of somebody else's, or I'll just kind of stand over here and watch.
Yeah.
But we're all important. What we bring to the table, every one of us, is very important.
Yeah, and that's a really important point because just to get back to like practical things and away from my ideological things, I could talk about ideological things all day long. I've had some people ask recently, well, I'm not creative, I'm not an artist, can I be involved? And I do want to make the point, if you are not creative and you are not artistic, well, we're going to not talk about that because I think everybody has some creativity in them. But if that's not your thing and you're experienced in your skill set and you maybe have something like administrative skills, we desperately need community involvement right now from non-creative based community people. We want both. We love meeting new creative people, whether they're singers or blacksmiths or whatever they are. We've met just the most fascinating people over the last few years. But we're at a point where if our organization is going to grow, what we actually need is people with, I had someone reach out to me that has a Salesforce background, which is a customer relationship database software that we actually have and we don't know how to use. And so that was extraordinary. So we need a lot of people who have other types of skills to help us take our organization a little bit further. So that's definitely a good point. Oh, that's Cheryl. It says Brett, but it's Cheryl. Says she didn't think she was creative for a long time. There's something about being around other creative people that makes a big difference.
It does, and we'll talk about this a little bit later when we do the segment on coffee and words, but everyone is an artist, and there is talent and creativity in every one of us, and that's one of my goals, is to help people find that and see that and understand that and bring that out.
Yeah. All right, so we are going to take a little, very, very short break just so that I can get out of here and turn it over to Sarah, and Cheryl is here. Cheryl Morgan is here. They're going to be talking about the acting group coming up in just a few minutes. After that, we have got the D'Amatos, John and Lauren D'Amato of D'Amato School of Music, and we've got Eric Freeman a little later, and we're going to be talking about how you can show your Fairview pride with some of our Fairview merchandise that we've got on our site, how to get better connected and involved with the Arts Council, coming up in just a few minutes. All right?
There. Done. Hey, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Michelle Murakami. I'm an artist.
I'm Karen Fox, I'm a photographer. I am Cheryl Speed, a member of the Fairview Arts Council.
It is really important that you surround yourself with the kind of people that help you believe that you can do things.
My name is Aaron Graham, and I make art inspired by drawings I made when I was a kid.
Hi, my name is Jackie Nickler, and we're here in beautiful Cooley.
A town that reinvests in the arts is a town that is fully alive.
Fairview Arts Council at this very unique time. I've chosen to be outside on this beautiful Tennessee day. My name is Lee Crow, and I am with Crossroads Academy of the Arts.
I think we're all looking for a place to go. We're all looking for an outlet.
Hi, my name is Sabrina Edwards, and I'm with my husband Sid. We make stained glass.
Stop worrying about what isn't and start changing what is. Go ahead and
Okay, I'm Susan Gully, and I've been in Fairview for close to 33 years now.
Hi. It's John and Lauren D'Amato. We have D'Amato Music School and Fairview Guitar.
Immediately jumped in because I needed to connect with artists. I was here by myself, no family, not knowing anybody, and that was the first thing that really I got involved in when I got here to Fairview, and it's been really nice being a part of it and growing along with the organization. It's been an opportunity to make new friends and connect with other artists and of different types, everything from painters and, people that draw and musicians and theater groups and everything. So that's made it a really nice combination and worthwhile being here in Fairview, that's for sure.
We're growing, we're changing, because we are trying to do something good. We are trying to create a community where people help each other and collaborate and teach and inspire and grow. We are trying to bring creative people together and raise the visibility of the arts.
Orange Crush 20 combo. It's got this speaker thing in here, an 8-inch speaker, so you can hear it. You can plug your guitar in there from here. You've got 2 channels, clean and dirty. Clean, dirty. Yeah, you've got treble, middle, bass, gain. Plug your headphones in here. Yeah.
Visit fairviewartscouncil.org to join our organization. If you click on MyFAC, you can register or log in, and with that account you get a profile, you can make friends, join the conversation, get notifications, access to groups where you can join or start a group around your interests and organize with others in your area. You also get a directory listing where you can put links and information about who you are and what you do so that others can find you, hire you, or buy your work. You can shop to show your Fairview pride or support what we are doing.
Hi, welcome back to Fairview Live. I am Sarah Jenkins. I am one of the newest board members here at FAC, and I am with Cheryl Morgan.
Hi, good afternoon.
How are you doing today, Cheryl?
I'm awesome. It's a beautiful Saturday in Fairview. Glad to be here.
It is a very beautiful Saturday. Cheryl, you are one of the newer people to the Arts Council. You've been recently working here with them and with us. So can you tell us a little bit about your experience here?
Absolutely. So Jill mentioned a little bit earlier that I was new to the area, I guess about 4 years ago, so I'm a little late getting involved in the Arts Council. But I started following on the Facebook page and started watching all of the events they were doing. And I'm a little bit of an artist in a couple of ways. So I was like, I really want to get involved with some people. And with me, it's about community and like-mindedness. And so we had an event this summer, and they needed car parkers. And I'm like, oh, I love cars. I'll park cars. And so I volunteered for that and was able to meet some people then. And so that kind of got me a little bit more comfortable with coming around. And then I was so excited because your class came up, and I was like, ooh, I'm excited about that. So, this is an acting class that we're doing. You just started. So I was really excited to get involved with that to help with not only, not really acting, but I'm learning a little bit. But
you're a great actress.
Thank you very much. But that and public speaking at work and just confidence building, and I'm an unpublished author, but one day I hope to do my audiobook. So all of this that we're learning is feeding into that as well. So I'm really excited to be a part of it.
Well, thank you. Absolutely. And so the app group, which is acting, public speaking, and performance, I started that to kind of get some interest maybe through the Arts Council as a way to encourage those who are wanting to act or maybe need some help with public speaking or just want a really fun creative outlet. So tell me about your experience with App Group, because you're one of my very vocal ones.
Yes, I am.
And you actually have a little bit, or you have some acting experience.
A little
that
bit.
You do, but
Yeah.
not all of us do. Not everyone in the group does. So tell me a little bit about how that dynamic works.
Okay, so I have been involved with an impromptu group, sort of, that we actually do a clue dinner. So you've heard of the murder mystery dinners, and but this is a different take on it. It's called Hillbilly Clue, and we have this at a ranch out in Leapers Fork. And I am a regular, one of the regular characters. Miss Mary Kay Peacock is my name. Oh yeah, so I have more peacock clothes in my closet than you ever want to see. But about once a month, we do it about 10 times a year. So I get to dress up in my peacock best and put on my Southern hillbilly accent.
And the feathers.
Oh yeah, I've got the feathers.
Need feathers. We all need feathers.
I have feather earrings. I've got feathers in my hair. I put on 3 times as much makeup. It's very obnoxious, but it's a lot of fun. And so we get to do that, and you know, I love it. It's an outlet for me. It's a creative outlet for me. I get to step out of my own skin once a month, and really, it's a release for me, and I love it. So I wanted to kind of come out because, you know, I think I'm fabulous in that. But
you are
no,
fabulous.
whatever. But you know, we all need help, and I love getting that and having that resource from something right here in my neighborhood. So I love being a part of it. We do the most fun things. Sometimes she pushes our limits on it. We're learning though, and we just it's new. It's like a new workout, you know. Every time we come, and we start with some warm up exercises and meet some great people, and it's a small group. And again, it's an amazing group because not everybody's there for the same reasons. And we've had some folks kind of trickle in and kind of come out, but y'all come back. It's amazing. We miss you. We need you. And you know, I've heard people say, I'm not good at acting or what. It's not about that. You know, it's about the community, and I think it's about learning and feeding off of each other and just having fun. You know, we're going to learn something in the process as well.
Absolutely. And so, you know, we do have some that have no acting experience, and maybe we're a little hesitant to come at first. How does that work with all of us? Do you feel like we work together? Tell everybody out there that may be hesitant that, you know, no matter where you're at, what your skill level is, what your background or experience is, how we all work together.
Yeah, perfect. So we all kind of, again, come from so many different backgrounds. So getting here, and Sarah starts us out with exercises, explains them fully so we all understand them. She has this little bowl of emotions that we have to kind of sometimes pull out and become the emotion. Yeah. It's, anyway, we're learning to love it. It's a love-hate relationship. Exactly. But nonetheless, you know, so everything is very basic, and you can get as basic as you want, or you can get as involved as you want and really take it to the limit if you really want to. We've had people laying down on the ground. We've had people standing still. It doesn't matter. It's just, you know, getting in and just having fun and starting. But and you get better. You get more comfortable with it every time. I think the first night we were all like, okay, who's next? And, you know, and of course we have a few bold people that are like, oh, I'll go next, you know, and we're like, awesome. And that really, you know, opens everybody else up as well to say, okay, I think I can do that, you know. And then it's just so much fun. I always leave here on Monday nights being, you know,
energized.
Energized, and
I'm ready for more. Ready to go.
And you know, I rid myself of my toxins when
I'm
here.
Release the toxins.
Release the toxins. So
you'll have to come on Monday nights to our group to fully understand what release the toxins means. I've had someone in the class say that just as simple as helping them, like with the improv exercises that we do, helping them be able to think quicker on the spot in sales or in any position.
Confidence.
Yeah, where they've got to come up with something and reply to someone, and we're not always good at that.
Right.
I know. I mean, I'm not always good at that. You know, it's something. Sometimes you just kind of stumble over words, and you're trying to think about what to say. And so I think improv is something that helps build our confidence,
absolutely,
and give give us those kind of cues, those mental cues. It's like an exercise,
right?
Like you
said. Stretching your boundaries,
Yeah.
stretching your mind to say, okay, what else is out there? I remember the first night when we had to create a room that we were in, and we had to, or first or second night, and we had to act out, I think without words the first time.
But we've done it with and without
yeah,
narration.
And so we had to act out, and I'm thinking, okay, my bedroom or, my bathroom or my office. But, as you go on and you're used to thinking on your feet like that, you really start stretching your boundaries and saying, oh, what about a beach on vacation? Or what about, I think I did a circus one night.
Oh, that was fun.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So I love being the teacher's pet. I'm just kidding. I'm not. But, just being able to think through that and go, okay, what's really out there, but yet that I can, I can relate to, and I can relate to others as well.
It makes you pay attention and be aware of the world around you, of people. We learn how to read people and how to react. And so there's a lot of different things that go on in each exercise. But the thing with the exercise is it's fun. So
100%.
we are engaging with people, and we're playing games basically,
it is.
but without it feeling like we're learning or having to stress out over it.
I thought about that this week. I'm like, I know I've learned stuff, but it's more about it is. It's totally about being in the moment and playing the game and learning while you're going.
Yes, and building community too. We have a small group right now, so if you're hesitant about coming out, this is a great time to get started because we're a very cozy group.
We bring chocolate.
Oh yes, there's chocolate.
So, I mean,
Lindor chocolate. Not always, but there was last week.
There was.
Absolutely. So tell me a little bit about maybe what you're hoping to do in the future with some of these things.
Well, I definitely presentation skills. I've always loved getting in front of people, and I did that when I was in Memphis quite a bit before I moved here. So I'm a little rusty now, but getting that back. I work at a great company in downtown Nashville. I'm making presentations on a regular basis to a lot of our folks. So just getting back in the swing of that, the confidence building as well. Being more, we're all told, don't say sorry as much, or don't do this, and just being aware, I think, of my words instead of my ums and my ands and my buts, and thinking through that as I'm speaking. I think that's building my confidence. It's making me feel or present myself a little better, of course. I'm hoping it's, in affecting and helping my impromptu acting. And so that's really good. That's a lot of fun. Continue to want to do that. And again, I'm hoping one day when I get my book published that, I'm able to properly read that audiobook, because it's a memoir, and so I want to be able to really do a heartfelt reading of that book for others to be able to feel that and really connect with it.
Right, absolutely. I can't wait for that to come out. I can't wait to hear that. You've done a little bit of that book and via monologue in class, and it's very beautiful.
Thank you.
It's very, very beautiful. So we meet on Monday evenings. For 6:30 to 8:30 is, kind of our time slot, but we've been cutting out about 8, so it's not a huge time commitment. But we're meeting every Monday. We're on break right now until December 6th is when we'll come back. So Monday, December 6th at 6:30 here at the Arts Council. And so, like you mentioned, we do warm-up exercises. We're doing some improv, and then we do monologues. And don't let that scare you. So for anyone who is thinking about coming, there's not a lot of pressure for the monologues,
not at all.
but we learn how to kind of break those down and do those and develop those a little bit further. And then we do scene study.
We do.
And
so much fun.
So much fun. And so we get to explore different plays and TV shows and movies, and then explore the different characters.
Yeah, and also see what's involved in sort of a screenplay. I mean, to look at the script and see how much real narration goes on in between the lines, because as we're, cold reading that and looking through it, you're like, okay, where's my next line? Where's my next line? Okay, because I've got to walk over here and look up at the, at the second story window and then give someone a dirty look, and then I speak. So really looking through that, and we've gotten so much better, but we've gotten to play with Steel Magnolias and Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? And, have we done Shakespeare? We haven't done Shakespeare.
Not yet. We haven't. We did Goodwill Hunting.
We did Goodwill Hunting. And what's the one that I binged? Mayor of Easttown.
Mayor of Easttown.
That was really good.
That's
that was
a
fun.
brand new show on TV.
Yeah.
So that's kind of exciting to do something that's current and happening now.
Right. And it's also, I think one of my favorite things was this past week where we got to read poetry, but we got to read it in any character that we wished. And
act it out.
And act it out as well. So we're taking classic poetry and putting our little twist on it. And it was a lot of fun.
Turn over in their grave.
I'm sure they did.
But it was
I'm
so
sure they
much
did.
fun. It was so much fun.
It was great. So I can't wait to see what you have in store for us, besides the bowl of emotions.
Yes,
Woo!
lots of torture. Not really. No.
Not really. No.
Not really.
It's fun.
All right. Well, tell me, Cheryl, a little bit about Miss Peacock and what you're doing with her, because that's very exciting, and that is local as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So we, I think I've done this now. I'll be going into my 4th year next year, and I kind of stumbled into it. I literally went one night to go for a farm-to-table dinner, and I was so enamored with the story because the story is written by a Fairview native. She lives here, and every year we change the story. She changes the story up. I'm not one of the writers, but she changes the story up so it's still very relevant. We use the same characters every year, so we have the typical Clue characters that come out of the crayon box. So we've got a Professor Plum, and we have, Mustard, Colonel Mustard. So we have those folks, and we really get to go into the character. So the cool thing about improv, and I love this, is because we really get to develop the character. We've been given the base storyline, but because we're interacting with the guest every time, you never know how they're going to interpret the story or even the questions they're going to ask to you. And we usually have 6 or 7 tables. So, this large table could react to you completely differently than a small table of 2. And you've got to be on your feet because you don't know what they're going to ask. And so you have to have your one-liners, and, you have to have your exit strategies if they ask too much, because you don't want to give away too much too often or too soon before the dinner, because our goal is really for them to figure out who done it at the end of the murder and or the murder that happens during dinner. So it's been a whole lot of fun. I think in Mary Kay Peacock sometimes it's sad because I'm looking, at Amazon or whatever, or Poshmark, and going, I'm searching for all the Peacock stuff. It is, y'all, half my closet is Peacock stuff. So, but it's a lot of fun just to be able to really flip that switch and become her and just dive into her and do the improv and interact with people. So much fun. I love it.
Can she join us for a moment right now?
Well, I didn't wear all my
here?
makeup. Well, she is. Yeah, sure. You want her to come on out?
I don't know.
You want that or Elvis to come out? I don't know. Elvis, the Elvis came out last week. So.
Yeah, we had Elvis visited the app group. So if you're not coming
he is still
on
live.
Monday nights, yeah. I mean, there was a hunk of burning love happening here last week.
Hunka.
Okay.
Thank you, baby. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, now I'll tell y'all about Miss Peacock. Now, she was born Mary May Peacock, but she decided she was going to get into multi-level marketing. Now, we don't call it a pyramid scheme. No, don't even say that word. But it's multi-level marketing, if you know what I'm saying. So I am the top Mary Kay rep in all of Southwest Williamson County. Y'all, I'm so proud. I'm working on my Escalade. I'm telling you. But here's the thing, y'all. Because everything I do is inspired by the colors of the peacock. Now, purple is my favorite, as if you couldn't tell. And everything I do is inspired by the colors of the peacock. I'm starting a makeup line that I'm going to sell to Mary Kay. I'm so excited. And it's just, if I get that Escalade, I know they come in pink, but I'm going to wrap that sucker purple. I'm so excited. Oh. Yeah, so I've been dating the same man now for 5 years, Smokey. He's a hunka. But we've been together now. I'm still expecting a ring anytime it's going to happen. I just know it is. But he's got a ranch out there in Leapers Fork. And it's just, we have a tumultuous relationship. But, he always comes home, even though he may spend a few extra hours at the VFW on Friday nights. But that's about it. But y'all come see me. Yeah, I'd love to talk to
Absolutely.
you.
It is fantastic to talk with you,
Well,
Ms.
thank
Peacock.
you. Thank you so much.
All right. Now tell me, Cheryl, we are talking to Cheryl again, right? I think Cheryl's back.
Well,
All right.
yeah, I'm back. I'm back.
All right, she's back. So tell me really quick, before we have to go, if anyone is nervous about improv or nervous about, acting in general or joining a group where they're going to have to actually say something in front of people, how can you calm their fears a little bit, especially about what we do at the app group on Monday nights?
Absolutely. Go by La Plaza, have a drink first. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. No, just come. I mean, we have great people here. We're all very patient with each other. And there's nothing forced whatsoever. So if you're not comfortable, getting involved in a certain activity, that's fine. You can set that out. But we also have our wonderful fearless leader who can help guide you. And really, last week you stood beside someone and kind of, help them a little bit get into the mode. And she did amazingly. So it's nothing to be scared of. We're a small group. We're all going to mess up. Nobody's perfect, and that's what life's about, and that's what makes us each our own. So
right, and there's nothing wrong. You're not going to mess up
bad.
Because we're all learning together, and everything we do is teaching us something, and then we're having fun in the process.
Absolutely.
So I think that is the beautiful thing about what we're doing.
I'm hooked.
Yeah. Well, good. Yay.
Yeah.
Well, so we need the rest of you to kind of come out and see what's going on. And again, it is app group. That's acting, performance, and public speaking Monday evenings at 6:30 p.m. Our next class is on December 6th. And then we've got, I think, 2 or 3 weeks until we break, but until after the new year. So come in and check it out for sure.
Looking forward to seeing you all. Come see us.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right.
Thank you so much for joining me, Cheryl.
Thanks, Sarah.
Today.
Absolutely. Good to be here and good to start meeting and really plug it into the Fairview Arts Council. Glad to be a part of it.
And have fun tonight.
Thanks.
I mean,
I will.
I'm wishing Miss Peacock the very, very best.
Yes. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
There. Done. Hey, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Michelle Murakami. I'm an artist.
I'm Karen Fox. I'm a photographer. I am Cheryl Speed, a member of the Fairview Arts Council.
It is really important that you surround yourself with the kind of people that help you believe that you can do things.
My name is Aaron Graham, and I make art inspired by drawings I made when I was a kid.
Hi, my name is Jackie Nickler, and we're here in beautiful Cooley.
A town that reinvests in the arts is a town that is fully alive.
Fairview Arts Council at this very unique time. I've chosen to be outside on this beautiful Tennessee day. My name is Lee Crow, and I am with Crossroads Academy of the Arts.
I think we're all looking for a place to go. We're all looking for an outlet.
Hi, my name is Sabrina Edwards, and I'm with my husband Sid. We make stained glass.
Stop worrying about what isn't and start changing what is.
Go ahead. Hey, I'm Susan Gully, and I've been in Fairview for close to 33 years now.
Hi. It's John and Lauren D'Amato. We have D'Amato Music School and Fairview Guitar.
Immediately jumped in because I needed to connect with artists. I was here by myself, no family, not knowing anybody, and that was the first thing that really I got involved in when I got here to Fairview, and it's been really nice being a part of it and growing along with the organization. It's been an opportunity to make new friends and connect with other artists and of different types, everything from painters and people that draw and musicians and theater groups and everything. So that's made it a really nice combination and worthwhile being here in Fairview, that's for sure.
We're growing, we're changing, because we are trying to do something good. We are trying to create a community where people help each other and collaborate and teach and inspire and grow. We are trying to bring creative people together and raise the visibility of the arts.
Orange Crest 20 combo. It's got this speaker thing in here, an 8-inch speaker, so you can hear it. You can plug your guitar in there from here. You've got 2 channels, clean and dirty, clean, dirty. Yeah, you've got treble, middle, bass, gain. Plug your headphones in here. Yeah.
Visit fairviewartscouncil.org to join our organization. If you click on MyFAC, you can register or log in, and with that account you get a profile, you can make friends, join the conversation, get notifications, access to groups where you can join or start a group around your interests and organize with others in your area. You also get a directory listing where you can put links and information about who you are and what you do so that others can find you, hire you, or buy your work. You can shop to show your Fairview pride or support what we are doing.
I started doing leather work a couple of years ago. I had to have a couple of surgeries done and had some family issues. Cheryl got me a little old leather kit, just a small one. It just kind of snowballed from there. And we met Justin here at the Arts Council, where all the cool people hang out. We sell a local artist stuff too. We kind of wanted to expand on that more than the leather because we're trying to give the local people some place that they could show and sell their work.
We've got, of course, any
I'm getting a signal. All right, so I am back just for a few minutes to talk about what it means to get involved here and how you can help us do the things that we're doing. And I don't have a microphone. Hold on. All right, so this is not the most sophisticated of productions, as you can probably tell. So I'm back for just a little bit to talk about what it means to get involved with Fairview Arts Council and how you can help us do what we're doing. And so I'm going to give you several things you can do. Most of them are free. Okay, some of them might cost a little bit and some of them might cost some time. But the first thing that you can do is if you are in this group, if you're watching on Facebook, then you can share our content. And it's nice when you hit the share button, but if you could actually share our content with someone that you know would benefit from the relationships that they might get through this Arts Council, meaning share it in a message or tell someone about it, put it in an email, put the link somewhere else, put it in a text message, directly tell someone that you think might be good connecting to us and help that person connect to us. That is literally how we've grown from the beginning, and continuing to do that more helps bring more people to us. We keep thinking we're going to run out of the creative people in Fairview, like we've reached the number. It's a small town. Even if you expand the area as we have done, we have people from Dixon, people from Leapers Fork, people from even Bellevue, Kingston Springs. Even if you expand that out, we still feel like we're going to run out of creative people, and we never do. We're meeting new people every week. So help other people find us. That's the number one thing that you can do. 2, if you're watching on Facebook, don't forget to go to YouTube, subscribe there, and hit the notification bell. That way when we post videos or we go live, you know that we're here. And that helps us as well, and you can also share that. So that's the first thing you can do that's free. The second thing that you can do that's free is become a member of the Fairview Arts Council. And the way that you do that, if you've seen the little commercials that have been scrolling, you go to our website, fairviewartscouncil.org, and you click on the My FAC, and it'll give you a login or register option. You can register for a membership. If you are a local person, that is free. And so what that gets you is access to our other members. It gets you you can be part of the conversation. You can start a group. You can join a group. You can get more involved there and get to know us. The other thing is you can come and see us. You can come when Kevin is open. Justin and Brett and Cheryl are here. You can come on Saturdays when things are going on. Meet us, get to know us, get involved with events. So those are the things you can do that are free. The next thing that you can do is you can just give us a donation. That's great. We will take it. One of the things that we have is a donation link. If you go to the website and click support us, I think Cheryl's also putting things like that into the chat. What we're looking for is a dollar amount of what this is worth to you to have this kind of community in your own area. And so we've got, levels that you can do. If you do like a recurring donation, that helps us a lot because it's predictable. So don't feel bad if you click the $5 instead of the $25, because if we know we have that $5 every month and that you're committed to that, it allows us to plan differently. Everything that we have done so far, everything up until like this moment, has been vast majority, $5, $10, $25 donations. So literally paying our bills, everything that's happened, all the events we put on, the vast majority of the things that we've done have come from people in the community saying we want to see more of this. Okay, so if you're that person, click on that donation link and do a recurring donation. The other thing you can do is costs a little, but it's also fun. We have a store now, and so everybody in Fairview is proud of the mural because they helped paint it. And so that is something that we are very proud of. That's the calendar. But we have note cards. We have T-shirts. For some reason, I don't have my T-shirt here. But you can order a shirt with this on it. You can order a tote bag. You can order stickers. And we get a portion of those profits if you shop through us. And you can also buy the library calendar, which helps both us and the library, which is great. And then we also have these up on our website. And these are hand silk screened, just like this one. Michelle Murakami does these by hand. So that means there is a limited number of styles and sizes. And if you want to have one that probably there's going to be a limit to the number of these that she can make, you have to buy it on the website. And so not only is it something that helps support us by raising visibility of the Arts Council, it is also really a one-of-a-kind item that you can have. So do all of those things. Get involved. Tell people about these live streams. Ask us questions. Send us information. Connect with us in some way, because we are trying to make this an organization that reflects our community. And the best way to do that is for you to get involved. All right. So when we come back, we will have John and Lauren D'Amato. They're going to be talking to us a little bit about what they do and also doing some music. So stay tuned for just a little bit and we'll be right back.
Hey, I'm working on this Robin Ranger guitar, cleaning up the electronics. It had some broken wires, and now things have to be cleaned up. Check out this metal spaghetti going on here. So, yeah, helps that I have this magnifying glass so I can see things clearer. Metal spaghetti.
Visit fairviewartscouncil.org to join our organization. If you click on MyFAC, you can register or log in, and with that account you get a profile, you can make friends, join the conversation, get notifications, access to groups where you can join or start a group around your interests and organize with others in your area. You also get a directory listing where you can put links and information about who you are and what you do so that others can find you, hire you, or buy your work. You can shop to show your Fairview pride or support what we are doing to connect people together and raise the visibility of the arts. Our membership for creative individuals is free, and we are completely funded by your generous donations.
Hey.
Hi, I'm Lauren. This is John. My husband.
D'Amato.
And we have the D'Amato Music School at that we share space within Fairview with the Fairview Arts Council and Kevin's Rock and Roll Emporium. And we wanted to tell the story of how we have people that ask sometimes how this husband and wife team start, and so we thought that would be a good story to tell.
Give you a little background on where we came from, where we're going, what we're doing, all that kind of fun stuff that I'm sure all of you out there are dying to know, so we're going to tell you. Why don't you start, honey? Ladies first.
So, we actually went to high school together, but we weren't friends then. And he was a musician. He was a long-haired rock and roller.
Is that a bad thing?
No, not at all. And I was a
I still have long hair.
A cheerleader singing Broadway musicals. You know, and I had done, my mother would put me in this contest and that contest, and I started piano with my aunts and my great aunt who sang on radio. My mom was a musician, and I was in the musicals while he was...
I wrote my first song at 5 years old. It was called There's a Heart for Sale, but it's almost free. And nobody ever really cut it, but it was kind of cool to do that. I remember running out in front of my family and singing it and then telling me to shut up. It was kind of funny. But that's kind of how I got started in music. And then I saw B.B. King on TV. I was probably 7 or 8, sing and play guitar, and that was really what started me going. And my sister had a guitar that she never played. It used to sit in her room, and I would go in there and play it, or try to. And when I was about 11 years old, I asked my dad if I could take guitar lessons, and he said no, because you're going to quit. So I had to prove him wrong, and I kept learning how to play. And then by the time I was 14, he said, okay, I guess you're not going to quit. So I got some private lessons. And that's kind of really how I got started. Although I was really lucky, in Connecticut, where we're from, in the city of New Haven, they had a program called the Educational Center for the Arts, which they still have going on. And it was one of the first high schools. I'd go to regular high school, and then I would go there in the afternoon and do music all afternoon. It was great. I really learned a lot. I mean, I learned almost as much as if I went to Berkeley for 4 years. So it really was a gift for me to really further my musical expertise. So it was really kind of great. And why don't you take it
Well,
from there?
I got accepted into that same high school for the performing arts, but I knew I was going to do music my whole life, and I said, I'm not quitting cheerleading. I'm going to cheerlead because this is the end of that. You know, I knew I was going to graduate and never cheerlead again. So, you know, we probably would have connected more. We would have been there at the same time, but that wasn't God's plan. That didn't happen then. So then I left for college. I majored in music. I have a music degree. And I, after college, did a lot of performing in college. You know, I would get solos with the chorus, and did a lot of Broadway musicals, and I majored in voice, minored in piano and flute. And then I moved to Manhattan, where I got into the whole Broadway thing, and I was just always working. It was just such a fun time. I sang the anthem for the Knicks and the Rangers. I was in a little touring group. We toured from, I don't know, California all the way to, what's that place in Florida? I can't remember the name of the beautiful, Ocala, Florida. Beautiful place in Florida. And I was a singing waitress. I did a cruise ship. I did summer stock. I did my nightclub act all over Manhattan. I just was always busy and waiting tables in between, like everybody did. And then I felt like I wanted to park my car in a driveway because I literally parked the car in a lot 20 blocks from my apartment because that was where it was cheap. And so, and then I was in a wedding band that I just had to have the car for to go out to Long Island, New Jersey, and all the different places that they hold events like that. So I moved back home, and I wanted to teach. And so I opened up the Yellow Pages and found the largest ad.
Okay, what are the Yellow Pages?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm dating myself. It's kind of, forget it. You have to look it up.
A telephone book. Anyway.
And
Google it.
I called and started teaching there, and I wanted to put a band together. And my stepfather at the time was always saying, "You need to do country. You need to do country." And I hadn't really thought about that. And I decided to put a country band together. And sure enough, this guy was working a different night than me, and I hadn't run into him. He was teaching there. And I went to go see him play, and he kind of looked familiar, but, you know, I guess he remembered me because... Why did you remember me?
Because I liked you. Thought you were cute, and you sang really good.
Ah. And so this was so many years later.
You seemed like a nice person.
that we finally did, start working together, and that grew into a relationship. And he had 2 children from a previous marriage, and so we got married, and then we had our own child. And
hey, wait, what about?
I went ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
That's all right. So anyway, I'm out of high school, okay, and I had bands in high school, and also I used to teach my friends how to play guitar. That's kind of where my teaching business started. My friends would say, "Hey, can you show me that?" I'd say, "Yeah, come over to my house after school and bring $5, and I'll show you how to play it." So that's kind of where I started. So I was in the local rock bands, and back then in the mid '70s, it was before the disco era, before all the DJs came and took everybody's work. Back then, you could play in a band 4 or 5 nights a week and make a living doing it. So that's kind of what I was doing, and it was a great time. But the DJs hit. We had no work. I was collecting unemployment. And I had to go on job interviews to collect my unemployment. And one of the jobs was driving a van for a bank. And I went to the interview, and long story short, I got the job and I had to take it. Needless to say, at that point, with the work drying up, and I really had no guidance as to what to do, should I go to New York and try to make it as a guitarist, so on and so forth, I started to work in the bank and went to work there full time. Eventually wound up becoming vice president. I worked there for 13 years. But all the time I was still doing my music, still playing at night, starting bands, teaching, had a little teaching business going, and just trying to do it, trying to make a living and raise a family and do my music, which is what a lot of us are still doing, and a lot of us are still struggling with that. So I started a teaching business in a city called Milford, Connecticut, which was progressive music, which is where I met Lauren. That's where she came to apply for her job. And when my friend told me she was coming to see me play, I was all excited because I remembered who she was and I liked her. Okay. Okay, so then we started a band, and after that we got together and had a relationship and got married. And go ahead.
So let's see, when did we were out working. We worked all the time because country was really hot then. And when I got pregnant with our
What
child.
about the CD?
What? That was after.
Okay.
So I took a break. And during the break, John went and worked with this other band. And then when Faith was 3, I thought I can tiptoe back in. And they needed a singer at the time because that singer had moved to Nashville. And so we started working again, and we had met these people that wanted to back us. So they backed our first album. We flew out to Nashville, recorded our album, and had good success with it. We had a song on it. It went up to number 78 on the charts in Canada.
We were ahead of Garth Brooks for a week. He was 81. Of course, then he went up to number 2, and I think we made it to 77. But yes, that's right. That's what happened.
Yeah. And then when Faith, our daughter, got into, was in school all day, I wanted more hours that suited being with her. So I went and got certified to teach, and a job opened up like immediately down the street as the music teacher for K through 6. Miracle. And so I didn't think I was going to like it. I actually started as a sub, just trying it out. I loved it. I was different, you know. And so I taught, and John proceeded to get in another band, and we always had this dream to go to Nashville, and different things in our life, you know, prevented it for a couple of years. But then it all worked out.
Well, I was actually working with some people who had moved to Nashville. So I was flying between Connecticut and Nashville. I was producing albums. I was writing. I was working with these artists. So it got kind of hard, trekking back and forth. So yeah, we decided to make a move. And we got here. We had no jobs. We were really blessed, though, that Lauren had gotten a stipend from the teaching job she was teaching at in Connecticut before he left. So within 3 months, she had landed a job at the Montessori Academy of Brentwood as a music teacher, and technically drama too, because she put on these gigantic plays for them. And I got a job teaching privately at Music and Arts. So we've been teaching for a long time. Teaching has been something that I've done all my life, and I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. It's really great helping people learn things. I'm digressing a little bit. So we got here, and she worked at Montessori. I taught at Music and Arts, and continued to work with artists, play in bands, and try to get somewhere in the music business. I was working with an artist from Connecticut, as a matter of fact. We were playing down on Broadway, in Nashville, and we were the house band at the Nashville Palace, and we were doing all that stuff. And then kind of the bottom fell out of the country music market for the older male artists. So I found myself kind of out of work. I still had teaching going, but it wasn't enough. And what would happen would be when you play down on Broadway, for those musicians who know, you can't stop playing. You never get to take a break. Your set's 4 hours, and you have to play the entire time. So the singer would take a break, and I would get up and do my blues stuff, and everybody would really like it. So when the country thing finally ended, it was just about the time I had started endorsing St. Blues Guitars, and they flew me out to California, and I was playing their guitars at the NAMM show with Joe Louis Walker, who is a pretty famous blues artist. And we wound up being friends. We hit it off, and he asked me to play on his CD. So I kind of just moved into the blues genre, which was great. And I was really blessed to play on that CD. It was produced by Tom Hambridge, he's Buddy Guy's drummer. Also produced B.B. King's album. He's won a lot of Grammys. It was a great experience, and the album came out great. So that's how I kind of acquiesced into blues. and we've kind of been there ever since. And I was kind of doing it on my own, but I kept drawing her in because I needed somebody who could sing really well.
Backup, play keys on the recording.
So I got her into the project, and that project is still going strong. But getting into blues, I had a lot of great opportunities. I wound up performing with B.B. King, which was awesome because he was the guy that got me started. And when I met him, he was one of the sweetest guys I've ever met. I remember going out on stage, and he said to me, now just because you got a big amp don't mean you can play a lot of notes, which was kind of funny. And I was like, okay. And we got out on stage, and he was sitting in front of me. I was playing behind him. There's a picture on the website of me standing behind him, and he was singing. And in between his lyrics, I played a lick, and he turned around to look at me, and I turned away. I wasn't sure if he was mad at me or not. And then he turned back around to sing again, and I did it again. And he turned around, and this time I didn't turn away, and he pointed at me like this. I'm like, oh boy, I'm in trouble. And then he went like that. And I was like, man, did anybody get a picture of that? But nobody did. They got a picture of me playing with it, but nobody got a picture of him giving me the thumbs up. But that's okay. I know I got the thumbs up. So that was really a great point in my life to be on stage with him after seeing him when I was 7 years old. That was pretty cool. And I've played with Eric Gales. I've played with Joe Louis Walker, as I've said, Billy Cox, Jimi Hendrix's bass player. I've done the Grand Ole Opry, so I've done a lot. But I'm not stop. We're not stopping. We're still going to be doing it. In addition to starting the school.
Well, it's always been a dream for I can't tell you how many years. I really want to have a school. I really want to have a school, and it just was never. You're raising your kids. I don't know. You're raising your kids. It just was never the right time. And so, the timing just worked out. We were both teaching in Fairview with Fairview under Fairview Guitars. Woody, and then
David Wood.
We always talked about breaking off and having our own school. It just was never the right time, and then the right time happened, and it did happen at the beginning of the pandemic, so that was interesting. But, we still feel like this is God's plan, and we're really excited to be partnering, or not partnering, but in the same facility with, like I said, Kevin's Rock and Roll Emporium and Fairview Arts Council. So
Chamber.
Yes, in the chamber. So, what else?
Well, I want to say something. This is not supposed to be a commercial for the Fairview Arts Council, but it's going to be, because I have to say how much they've helped us survive during this pandemic. They've really gone out of their way to help us survive in this situation, and they're a great bunch of people. They're really concerned about the arts and the artists and the people who make art. Whether you're a professional or whether you're not, doesn't really matter. If you're someone who has art in their blood, and whatever art it is, music, art, film, whatever it is, any creative thing you want to do, they're there for you and they're going to support you. I've been in this business a long time and lived in a lot of places and been an artist, and I've never met a group of people like this before. Who are legitimately concerned about your well-being, and you're pursuing your art and being successful at pursuing it and doing all they can to do that. So it really is a great organization, and I know this wasn't supposed to be a commercial for them, but I had to say all the things they've done for us and all the things they're doing for the arts in the city of Fairview. So join
including this particular presentation.
Right. So whether you're, somebody who wants to talk about songwriting, somebody who wants to be a studio musician, somebody who wants to paint, somebody who is a painter, somebody who wants to make movies, whatever it is, get involved in the Arts Council, because there's a whole bunch of people there all trying to do the same thing. And they have the attitude of let's all get together and help each other. Rather than, some of the other places have different attitudes about that. So sorry to do that, but that's my commercial for the Fairview Arts Council.
So it's time to...
You want to talk about the school a little bit first, and then we'll...
Oh, okay, go ahead.
So, we started a school. It came out of Fairview Guitar. I had taught guitar there for about 5 or 6 years, and David Woods, another great guy, actually decided to retire and sell the store. And him and I had always talked about when that happened, I would split off and start the school. So We've got two great teachers working for us. We've got Dan Nattasy and Josh Burns. Dan actually plays in our band and is an excellent keyboard player. And he's played with Michelle Wright and a lot of other big acts. And you can hear him on our latest release, which is called Blood on the Strings. And there'll be a link for that somewhere in there. Josh is a great guitarist. I've known him for about 10 years. Great person, great player. So we're really excited to have them come on board. We offer a lot of different things. I mean, I can play guitar, banjo, bass guitar, mandolin, ukulele. I also was nominated for an Independent Blues Award for one of the songs I had written. So I teach songwriting, music theory. Dan does keyboards and everything associated with that. Lauren, why don't you tell them what you do?
I do keys and piano. I will tell you, my favorite thing to do is to teach 4 and 5, 6, 7-year-olds. I love the young ones. I love to get them started. It's just so fun to see them succeed. And we also normally do 2 recitals a year. Usually the end of, or the first weekend in December, and then maybe the last weekend in March. And so that's something, the kids always seem to work much harder for, and it really, you can see them grow a lot more when they have to try to reach that goal to perform. And it's a good practice. It's good to perform in front of people, and it's fun.
There's something else you teach too besides piano.
Well, voice.
Yeah, voice.
Oh yeah, of course. yeah. And I teach voice. I mean, that's it. I teach voice.
That's it. She teaches voice. That's all. No, that's not it.
Doing music my whole life.
We're really excited because we have the attitude that our goal is to.
Oh, I did sing next to Liza Minnelli.
That's right.
She was a singing waitress. She came in as a client. I mean, as a to come have dinner. And when you're a singing waitress, where I worked, you would, when you had time in between tables, you would get up and tell the piano player what you wanted to sing, and you'd just sing. And then when we all tried to coordinate a little time that we were all off at the same time. We'd get in a big line and we'd do one from chorus line. Well, we got her to get up and sing with us, and she hooked my arm and did one from chorus line with us. So that was kind of, at the time, it was very exciting.
Yeah, it was. It is.
If you know who Liza Minnelli is.
Of course they do. If not, Google her. Well, I was going to say something. So at the school, our attitude is to really help you guys reach your musical goals. And I know that sounds like a tagline, and maybe every school says things like that, but that's really what we're all about. It's teaching people based on how they learn, not how we think they should learn. So whether you want to come and you're a beginner and you want to learn how to play songs first, or you're an intermediate player or you're an advanced player, we can help you out any way you want, and we can do any style you want. So come on out, because we're really committed to having you guys grow as musicians and people. There's a lot to be said about having to prepare a lesson, having to make sure it's done properly, and taking the time and practicing and so on and so forth. So music is a great way to help your mind and your psyche and everything else. We love music. It's in our blood. So you guys probably love it too. Yeah, we did a little performance. One of the songs off the latest CD, Blood on the Strings. I was real happy that that reached the charts in England, number 20. That was real exciting. And got a great write-up in Living Blues Magazine, which is one of the biggest blues magazines around. So this is a song called Gal in Memphis, which we wrote. Go ahead, you can tell them.
We were driving to Memphis to go to a gig, and we were just having some fun. We didn't even know it was going to turn into a song. We were just kind of throwing stuff out there, and this is what we ended up with.
Yeah, so we did a live performance yesterday, but we recorded it, so it's live. And we're going to play that for you now, and then we'll be back. Cool. See you in a bit.
There. Done. There.
Hey.
Hi, I'm Lauren. This is John. My husband's
D'Amato.
And we have the D'Amato Music School at that we share space with in Fairview with the Fairview Arts Council.
That Memphis moon, yeah.
I got a man in Memphis, sets my soul on fire. I got a man in Memphis, sets my soul on fire. He's my one and only, yeah, he's my one desire.
When I get to Memphis, gonna make that girl my own. Gonna put a ring on her finger, gonna take that girl home. Cause I got a gal in Memphis, makes my world go round and round. You won't see me around here cause you know I'm Memphis bound, yeah.
I got a man in Memphis, gonna make me his wife. I got a man in Memphis, gonna make me his wife. You know I'm gonna love him all the rest of my life.
I got a gal in Memphis,
I got a man in Memphis.
I got a gal in Memphis,
I got a man in
I gal in
Memphis.
Memphis.
This man in Memphis.
I love my gal in Memphis.
Oh, this man. I love the way he loves me. Underneath that Memphis moon. Yeah, 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 yeah. I love the way he loves me. Underneath that Memphis moon. Oh.
We're back. Hope you are too.
Before I forget, a little note. It really means a lot to us if you left a comment below or even asked a question or anything. For whatever reason, that seems to go a long way. And it would mean a lot to us. So if you'd please consider writing a comment below, that would be great.
Or asking a question.
Yeah.
Even though this is pre-recorded, we're actually on Facebook. We will answer your questions live. So ask anything you want. Okay. Also, this is I just have to plug this. This is the cover of the new CD, the one we just did the song off of. Okay, and that you can get at the website, johndamato.net. You'll also see DamatoMusicSchool.com. That's another link to our teaching website. And I guess, are we done?
That's it. Thanks for listening.
Thanks so much for tuning in. And remember, support the Arts Council. They're a great bunch of people. If you're an artist, get involved. I think it's really going to be beneficial to you and to the community. Okay, take care. God bless.
Bye.
Oh, we're doing. Oh. I'm missing all of my cues. I don't know if it's morning or afternoon. I'm not sure what week I'm on, but I'm back. And I just wanted to talk really briefly. Before we wrap up, we are going to hear from Justin and Eric, two awesome people that are here in this building. And I wanted to talk a little bit about what's coming up next weekend. This weekend and last weekend were kind of a warm-up practice for next weekend. Next weekend, all day long, in live stream events, we're going to be featuring local makers, brands, and businesses because it's Small Business Saturday. And if you didn't know that, the Saturday after Thanksgiving is Small Business Saturday. And it is a response to Black Friday, right? Where it is all about the commercialism. It's all about the big corporate stores. This is an effort to get you to think small, think local, reinvest in your community, and do so in a way that is beneficial to you because you get to purchase something that has been brought to you by a local creator, a local maker, a local brand. And there's a significant connection to that. When you can give a gift to someone that is something that has been handmade, or you can shop at a store that exists in your town, it just feels different. I promise. And it may have been a while since you did that. We were all getting out of the habit of shopping local. Before the pandemic just really changed a lot of our buying habits. So we really want to encourage you, especially going into the holidays, to think about reinvesting in the community. So you will have that chance next weekend. We are going to be talking about what you can get, specific things that you can do for Christmas. And so look for that. If you are interested in being featured on one of these, just reach out to me. You can either reach out to the Fairview Arts Council, hello@fairviewartscouncil.org, or you can reach out to me directly, Jill@fairviewartscouncil.org. So definitely look for that next week. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to hear from Justin and Eric right now. Justin has Smokey's Collectibles and Toys. I almost combined the two. And Eric has Roll Top Leather. All right, come on over. Just go ahead and switch. I'm going to move that.
Over here?
That's you right there. I'm going to move lights. And I'm going to move
buddy.
the camera. Oh, you want to scoot over a bit? You sit here, Justin?
Yeah, I can sit there.
Okay.
No problem.
Great.
You want to hold it? Yeah. Hold it right here in the middle for both of us.
Yeah.
It'll pick us up right here. Can you guys hear us okay?
Yeah, we've got two mics.
Hey, introduce yourself, Eric.
These two cut up with each other all the time.
All right. So you got your own.
Yeah.
So I'm Justin with Smokey's
I'm
Collectibles.
Eric.
Yep. And you're with Roll Top Leather, right,
Left
Eric?
time ever.
All right.
Better.
And
Brett
Sneed. Oh, no, you don't have to copy what I say. Yeah.
No.
I'm letting everyone know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm going to ask you questions and you answer,
yeah.
okay? Okay. So I've got Eric Sneed with me.
Yeah.
And your brother is?
Yeah. Brett.
Yes. And Brett and Cheryl, they both own Roll Top Leather.
Yeah.
And Eric here, he goes to Waze here in Fairview, right?
Right.
Yeah. And when Waze drops him off at the shop, we have a lot of fun, don't we?
Yeah.
And yeah. What are some of your favorite things about Roll Top Leather and Smokies, about the store?
Well, sometimes we do painting.
Yeah. Eric likes to paint.
Yeah.
And he does a lot of drawing while he's at the shop with me and Brett, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it you like to paint?
I don't know.
Well, you like to. We've got a Bob Ross little painting book, right?
Yeah.
And it's a bunch of landscapes. It's lakes. It's trees, mountains, the sky.
Yeah.
You like painting those things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then sometimes you even draw pictures of people in the shop.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Eric did a drawing of Diane one time. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever sold any of your artwork in the shop?
Yeah.
You did? Yeah. And sometimes you give it away as a gift too, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what are some other things you like at the shop? Well, you know, sometimes we've got kids in the shop because they're looking for toys, right?
Yeah.
And you like to talk to them, don't you?
Yeah.
Play around with my son Zach and Julia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, one thing about our shop it really brings all of us together are the families that come in, whether they're looking at the, you know, at roll top leather holsters and the handbags, or the kids looking at the toys. And Eric is always there to welcome everyone into the shop, aren't you?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
And he also keeps an eye out on the parking lot for us, don't you?
Yeah.
Let us know when people are coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And what else do you like about the shop? We always have coffee ready, don't we? You like coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah?
What I do?
Oh, you know I love coffee. Sometimes I drink too much of it.
Yeah.
Jumping out of my skin half the day. Yeah. Well, you got to when you got tens of thousands of baseball cards to organize. Well.
You tell me about the guy. Greg.
Oh, Greg.
Yeah. Chicken mouth.
So we do have a lot of friends that come into the shop, whether they're buying from Roll Top or Smokies. And you know, we like to cut up with them, and sometimes we give them nicknames. And sometimes Eric comes up with nicknames all on his own, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a good time with that, don't we?
Yeah.
And yeah, we play little pranks on each other in the shop, don't we?
Yeah.
Sometimes Eric will sneak up behind me, and I won't even know that he's there. But you did it today, didn't you? I was sitting there sorting some cards, and Eric, he came up behind me. I didn't even know he was there, and I felt someone just tap me on the back of the head. It scared me a little bit, and it was Eric. That was a lot of fun, wasn't
it? Yeah.
Well, is there anything you would like to talk about?
Well, just...
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, we do have comic books. Eric, actually, you're a big fan of wrestling, aren't you?
Yeah.
And Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you show everyone what you do when you shoot webbing, Spider-Man webbing? Yeah. So sometimes I'll just be working, and all of a sudden I'll get shot with Spider-Man webs. So, just kind of giving you a glimpse as to.
No, bread.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What about your bread? Bread?
Oh, bread?
No, sandwich. Bread.
Oh, the bread, the sandwich.
Yeah.
What about the sandwich?
You eat it.
Oh yeah.
I'll shoot it off.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to eat some food today, and Eric shot it with a Spider-Man web, and I wasn't able to eat it. He got a real kick out of that. So we like to have fun around the shop.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to give everyone a little glimpse as to what's going on around here. Sometimes we've got some shenanigans, don't we?
Yeah. Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you want to talk about, Justin?
Well, you know, I wanted to talk about our shenanigans at the shop.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, shenanigans. Say shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Well, we just kind of wanted to talk to everyone for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
I'm about done. Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, y'all have a good day.
Yeah, good day.
Thank you for letting us talk to you.
Thank you for letting me talk to him about.
There we go.
There you go. Dale.
Thank you. All right, where am I, John? Over here? Okay. All right. Just a reminder once again, thank you for watching. Thank you for engaging with everyone. And be sure to go to YouTube and subscribe there and click the notification bell so you can get notified next weekend when we